I turned the phone off. I didn't mean to. But anyway, over here, 7 Brew, what it do? Come through. And you know the dreams do come. What? True. 7 Brew. Love is made for me and you. For the two. You know, my haters is quite a few. You dig? My haters are quite a few. But anyway, 7 Brew come through. What it do? What it do? My haters are quite a few. You know, loving is for me and you for the two. Okay, so, we gonna go on with the reading about divine masculines. I had on my light, but turning it off. Yeah, let me turn this off too and quit running. Cause I went and got me matcha latte and since it's Friday and y'all, I'm balling on a budget. So I only got so much like left, plus that I'll even have for next week. Balling on a budget. And I just wanted to bring y'all into my life as for where when I was working and all of that, and like so many altercations happen. And you know, when it's like you're not bothering anyone, and for people to front that they like you in your face, but they really don't. But bro, behind your back, like several times you've caught them looking at you ugly. Like, people don't believe in that evil eye thing, but I do. The reason why I stress that so much is because it was a long time ago when the man that my mom was married to, like, I was a little girl, and I caught my mom's husband's mother looking at my mom with an evil eye. And I mean, this woman's eyes was red like fire. Her eyes used to always be red like fire. And I've even caught like where people thought I didn't see them, or they thought that, like, you know how you could have your back turned and you turn around, and when you go to turn around, you see these people giving you a death look, y'all. And that energy is powerful. If people hate you like that and they're looking at you demonized, like with their eyes all, you know, ugly, trust me, that energy, there's no telling what they're preying on to come towards you. So you got to immediately block and stop them. But anyway, y'all, I went from one story to the next. My friend Jessica, she used to live over here. And it pisses me off because it took her for a long time to get in her house, because, you know, she had been, like, she was a friend of mine that I knew from the neighborhood from a long time ago when I first got to this town with my oldest sister. And she was like, mentally, she was normal. Like, it's a lot of people like me and whomever our mental state was straight, it was, it was on point when we were younger or whatever. And like the older we got, like I seen during the years, I know I took some blows myself, and like your childhood wounds can take a toll on you to where it F your mental all up. Not only will you go and get on drugs or be prostitute, or you just be in darkness. People try to make it seem like it's okay for like us to do these unnormalized things, like selling your soul, selling your body, being on drugs, smoking crack, smoking ice, smoking, just doing ugly stuff, like men sleeping with men, women sleeping with women. Like, we want to normalize these things and be like, it's the normal thing to do. But no, a lot of times it's something traumatic happen in one's life for them to be as they are. And people don't want to believe that, but it is. And I mean, it's not for us to judge no one, but some blows that people take, that we take in our life, a lot of people don't come back. They be stuck like in that. They be a grown up with a little kid mind, or still stuck at that place from where whomever's or whatever's happened that was so deep and dark that put a person in that state of mind to be stuck and like operating from that deep dark place. It's like your mental don't go past that stuck part. Like, you're stuck, like, so or whatever. Anyway, like, she waited so hard, and she was homeless and everything. And I wish that I could, because in the past I've done it and I've tried things and I did things because, of the place where I came from. And I was even trying to get my own self out of being mentally stuck from a lot of things that happened and occurred even as a child in my life or whatever. But I had to help myself before I could help someone else. I always used to have it bad, like trying to help others up while I'm still down. And I can't do that. And I've been doing that. Even I find myself doing it even on YouTube or whatever, where I'm giving, and you know what I'm saying? If they're not going to reciprocate and they're not going to show me any love, and they're going to hate me for who I am and what I'm doing and what I'm giving out to help people because I've been through a whole bunch of shit, then I know. God forgive me for cussing because I didn't try to minimize that. But anyway, my friend, she fought so hard or whatever to get her from being homeless or whatever. And we used to, ride around, and, sometimes like most of the time I wouldn't even be drinking, and I'll get her a little drink, a little margarita, or a baby teeny tiny bottle, whatever. But the more, like, she was doing good, and the more I stayed away and wasn't going and checking for her, I started noticing her like linking up with the wrong people, being that she had waited for 5 years to get from outside. Like, I'm parked out here right now at the park under the light, and it's only, it's Amazing Grace, but unfortunately, it used to be a lot more people out here with sleeping bags and all kinds of stuff. The homeless people over here, out here sleeping under this light at this park or whatever. And I have a lot of real friends that I would come and visit. And I didn't just have certain ones. But I had ones that I knew for a long haul that's been out here for, you know, a lot of times when people get stuck mentally, like say for instance, whatever happened to them when they're younger and they're out here in the streets, bro. And people have tried to get them and take them and like make them clean up themselves and help them to get in a better predicament, better place, better space, you know, where they can bathe, eat, have lights, gas, water, and a roof. And unfortunately, I've seen people where they've been helped, and when those people get a legitimate place to live where they're warm in the inside and all of that, they can't maintain it. They don't want it. They want to be out on the street smoking ice or sleeping outside on the concrete. After they have had to do it for so long and no one really had given a hand to help them, and they have went years, and then someone come along and help them, you know what I've noticed? I've noticed that they stray right back to their old self. Like, you can take whomever out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of me. I'm a G. I'ma live in these streets. I'ma die in these streets, survive in these streets. I'ma ride in these streets, slide in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, you know, and I forget who sing that song. Who sing that? I'm a G. I'm gonna have to go look that up. But not my lyrics. I'm not trying to steal them. I could change them up and get a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, get something to bumping, you know, and change up their lyrics or whatever to go with that beat, you know? But my thing is, when a person have been in conditioned and not unconditioned, no, but conditioned to some certain type of environment that we live in or whatever, we get used to that. Like, people don't know how I have had to fight to get, and I'm still working on myself. So I just be really like telling people, like, just let me do me. Let me try to find my way, because God been doing pretty good by healing me and getting me, you know, up and moving, but it's taking time. Like, once you're accustomed to the streets and the street life and living some certain type of way, it's hard to break someone or whatever. But, you know, through it all, while I was trying to fight my way, it's grimy people that's thinking on another dollar, thinking on another meal ticket, thinking on another, and they're not trying to do nothing, but they're not knowing that all that energy is going to come back to them regardless. Like, whether how you take it from me, energetically, physically, emotionally, mentally, however you like it, however you want, you gonna get that karma back however you need it, however you want it, and however you need it, and however you mistreat it. You thinking you're not gonna be defeated, but you are, or whatever. However you want it to come back, it's gonna come back. Okay, so anyways, you know, I'm jumping around here to a bunch of different stories, but, you know, I'm still speaking on a certain situation of my friend that grew up in this neighborhood or whatever. She lost her marbles bad. Like, when I seen her, and she wasn't the same Jessica no more. And I was like, damn, I thought my shit, like, I thought my cap had been pulled to the back. And I'm just talking like mentally. I thought I'd been stretched out. I thought I'd been ran down, ran dogged, or whatever, drugged through the mud and some and back and front and forward and back and forward and back, or whatever. Like, when I seen her, I was like, man, she did not used to be like that. But they had to must and then, like, she had been raped before, like, several times when we were young, nevertheless, just as anyone else, or a lot more or whatever, it's a price that come out. Nevertheless, like, certain things and type situations happened to me when I was younger, but a lot of times when I obeyed God, he protected me and he got me out the way. Like, to get me inside somewhere, or to just lead me to a safe haven, somewhere that I was going to be safe at, where I just wouldn't just be out here on the block, because when we was out here young, we was out here selling drugs or doing whatever, but it wasn't it was prostitutes. It was some prostitutes. Everybody was hanging though, us dealing, them prostituting, people panhandling, it's all walks of life, but it's still in the same neighborhood, same category, same place, same space, still sinning or whatever, So, so I was like, I'm still out here like, and I'm more comfortable, even though God has been changing me and moving me for some years now. I still have to come back. I feel more comfortable with people that come from where I'm from, because I feel that they understand a lot better, and they're not gonna look at me and judge me and, from whatever I went through. Because sometimes, when we're in that dark space and place, we're just trying to survive and we're just trying to make it. We not try, you know what I'm saying? Like, we not, and people that's thinking that they're on that slide fast mode or whatever, doing the most, I can read through those people, but I'm still able to hang with them, because I would much rather be for one of them and be in a space and place with them and let them take something for me than to let somebody that already got a whole bunch of money, that's looked at in a great big light, but they're really low vibrational people, a low IQ. Like, they're already making money, but their inner spirit is still empty, as the homeless, as the prostitute, as the pimps, as the, the drug dealers. They still got motive. They just graduated and moved up with a talent or something, or graduated to move to make money, but mentally they're still low. I would much rather for somebody to take from me that's still mentally low and still being in a low place and space take from me, than a person that someone's seeing in a great big light that really isn't not even different from the low person that's still living in impoverished places and still mingling and jingling, or out here in the streets and dingling, you know what I'm saying? Not a person that's on YouTube, that's on the internet, that's being seen in a great big light, that's casting movies, that's doing songs, making money, all of that, and stealing from the poor. I would much rather for my people, someone that's low, that's still living low, to take from me, than a rich person that's got a low IQ, that's on a low vibration, that's mentally low, take from me. Because what are you taking from me for? you shouldn't be taken from me. You should be given to me. If God got you out and you got an upper hand, or you got a foothold, or you got a step up, you should be somebody that's given. You shouldn't be taken. You should not be a taker at this time. If you have graduated and you're making money, I don't give a damn where your mental is at, but because these people are greedy and their mental is off, and they're still mentally low, and they're still karmic, and they still haven't healed, and the rich is taken from the poor, but they got a low IQ, and that mentally, and their spirit is low, and their spirit is empty, and they haven't been healed, and all of that, and they're stealing from the poor. Nah, I can't. I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay. So anyway, I was just telling y'all a little bit about my friend. Like, she she started hanging around with people. And a lot of times, see, I know how to minimize my situation and how to maneuver, and not get caught up in where I came from, not to stay and start letting them people come around me. And those energies are treacherous. Those energies are detrimental to your space and your place. Like, if they have given you a place to live and you've been homeless for 5 years, and you waited and you fought that long to get yourself into a nice, decent place that these people are building for the homeless or whatever, in some certain sense, that you didn't have to wait for 5 years or whatever to get into a place or whatever, and then you go back and you deep down in the heart of Texas, on the block or whatever. I was just singing that song because that's what I'm thinking about. You can take but you can't take the ghetto out of me. I'm a G. You can continue to stay a G in all of that and all of that, but still maintain and sustain your livelihood and know better enough to keep certain people from coming around you and destroying what you got, or causing you to lose what you have been given to help you out the mud. So she didn't do that. She started letting people come to her house, to the point to where she wasn't even on drugs like that. Started letting people, I remember one day or whatever, and I wish I could have recorded it, but I didn't want my friend to be seen like that, because she had some type of drug they had given her. And she wouldn't calm down until I got there. She told me that somebody gave her something that effed her up. She fell all down on the ground, bust her head, everything. Her mouth was bleeding, but bloody. Her pants was all down, and she was way across the street from her house. And dude, she was like, somebody came, she let somebody geeked up come up in her apartment and give her some type of drug, and it effed her up, bro. She was foaming all out of the mouth, had stuff coming all out of the nose. And I was like, what did they give you, bro? What did they give you? And she come down and the cops was there or whatever as well. And the cops was there, and they had called the ambulance. And I was like, what did they give you, bro? What did they give you? And she was like, it was the dude in the car. And she was trying to explain, but you couldn't even really understand. But she kept trying to tell me that some dude in the car, she let him come, in her word, it was like I had to calm her down, and I was trying to get her up, and oh my God, it was really, really horrible. And bro, like after that, it seemed like she went down. The next week or two, I come back, like they got her under control after they got her to the emergency room, but the cops kept wanting them to like take her to jail or whatever, and we were all saying, no, 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 don't do that. Don't do that, you know? Don't take her to jail. Like, we gonna get this under control. She gonna be all right. Like, we gonna get her over there. She's gonna go to the emergency room and, you know, whatever they need to give her to get her back, you know, copacetic and get her back to get her back straight, then, you know, and then we'll go from there. But no, don't let them, because the cops kept wanting her to like go to jail for some reason. Like, next couple of weeks, she ended up at her apartment. She got righteous, and you know, everything was good, and she was good after that episode. I went back to see her. She was good. I took her to get something to eat. Woo woo, you know. And like, she went down after that. Like, she went down and she went to jail and she lost everything. Like, before that week, she got kicked out of her place. And I was rolling around looking for her. They was like, she's staying in the motel. So I went down to the motel that they were saying. After that, she went down. Like, she lost everything. It just go to show you. Like, when God help you, like, it's like 7 times worse. Like, it's 7 more demons come, like, when God deliver you, coming for you to try to take you down. And, like, these people can do it in all type of ways. It's just people that don't care. Like, a lot of people that really haven't had to endure or come from the struggle, or they don't even know nothing about that type of life, they don't care. They don't. Like, these people be making money. They don't ever lose their job. They don't know what it's like to be discriminated on. They don't know what it's like to be judged and looked at for your skin color. They don't know what it's like for people to be being racist towards you. They don't know what it's like, bro. And they sit there and have the nerves to like judge. And like, how can you even imagine of putting yourself in my shoes? You're not in my shoes. And it's easier said than done. Like, go get a job, go do this, go do that, yada, yada, yada. But they don't know the demons that are in these different places that do not give a F about you. They don't care. They want you to be broke. They want you to be homeless. They want you to be all of that. And they don't even know. From a little child, this is what I'm saying. Like, it hurt me so bad because I'm the same one that was a kid having to live in these conditions that I'm seeing people in. Like, me and my mom used to sleep in the fucking park, bro. Like, her mental was gone. Like, it was certain stuff that I did not understand about my mom at the time when I was a little girl. And I went through a lot of stuff. And like, I come out here to look at these people because this is where I came from. This is where I was at before. And like, the audacity of people to try to get all up high and mighty and think that they have the rights to do and use that energy to be ugly towards you, not knowing where you came from. Like, literally, me and my mom, I was that same little 4 or 5 year old, 6 year old, 7, 8, 9, 10, till I got 10 years old and went back to stay with my grandmother. I was that same kid, get it, going from city to city, and we would always end up in the parks, like, and homeless. Like, my mom, she, and you know, I look at why she lived like she lived and why she did what she did, but the government is the same people that do things to people and place them in conditions to even live with their benefits. Like, they're the same people that, you know, and my mom, and I was a child, so when I see an adult doing this, like, I'm just like, man, like, y'all don't know how long I've been fighting for my mental to be, like, proper. Like, just let me move accordingly and unto how, and let God just, because he always been with me, heal me like he's healing me, because I see adults living like this, but I was a kid. Like, a lot of conditions that these adults are in, I've been through these as a little kid. And, like, for these people to sit back and try to justify and act like they got something better or they're doing something better, like, you're not. You're evil. You're just, you are sitting up there acting like you are God's given, like you're God, and that you have the rights to abuse people, but you're the same person that had everything, and you're more demonic than a homeless prostitute, pimp, drug dealer. You're more demonic. You had a roof over your head, nice, warm, cozy bed, a roof over your head. Did you hear that? A nice, cozy, warm bed, and you're the same one that choose to hate instead. Like, bro, get your effing marbles, dude. Like, girl or whoever, like, get it together. Like, bro, I'm just sitting up here and I'm just telling a little bit of a story, but I was going to go on with the reading, and, like, this reading is over the top. So, anyway, you're in a place, in a space, guys, where this divine masculine, let me get on over to this. This divine masculine had to travel somewhere, or, you know, for work, but this karmic that he's dealing with, like, this karmic is over the top, bro. Like, or she's under the bottom. I don't know what she is, but this masculine also is stuck mentally, like, in these conditions that he's been in with these sexual addictions, being impulsive, sticking his wee-wee in any and everybody, and the karmic just happened to be one lucky whomever that chose to, because it's sex. Like, this karmic is hooked on effing sex, phonics, the phonics of sex or whatever. Like, bro, ain't that much sex in the world can have me putting up with someone and just wanting to F all day. Like, you get hooked up and caught up in those type of conditions, like, they can destroy you. You'll be incompetent to what you're supposed to be doing, and how you know, and you'll start losing it. And once you start losing it, like, you start losing everything, insight on what you need to be doing day for day, because you start wanting to lay up and F and try to get money the easy way, and that's not going to pay. It's not going to pay. That's not the way. You can't cop a lay and then think you're going to get a pay to pay your expenses while you lay down every day. That's not going to happen. And this is what this masculine and karmic have been doing. Like, they both need to be healing. Like, open up to reality, bro. You're stuck in a trance. You're stuck in something that you shouldn't be in. You should be at work, and the karmics should be at work. Or other than that, y'all need to have a hustle. And it don't need to be sleeping with other people's partners, because you still gonna get karma for that, and you still gonna be lagging, sagging, and nagging, and ragging, and tagging. And, nagging. Like, it ain't gonna be no bragging. It ain't gonna be no bragging about that part of it, because you're not going to, ain't nothing gonna elevate for you. You're gonna be still climbing. It's almost like you've been chunked down into the bottom of a bottomless something, underground something, and someone threw several ladders down there, and it's taking you forever to climb up out of that bottomless whatever it is. And this masculine is dealing with a person as such, like they're not supposed. And we all are going through these different little situations where we're hooking up with these. And I'm not going to say hooking up, because if you know better, you know better, and you're doing better. And a lot of the DFs or DMs that have learned lessons, they like, nah, I ain't going through no more hooking ups. I don't want no more hooking ups. The last hookup got me in trouble. The hookup before that got me in trouble. The hookup during that got me in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't been through no whole bunch of hookups, but it's people out here that's doing that, and they're on a low vibration. You know what I'm saying? And so they think it's the thing to hook up just randomly for one night stands, and to get they bang on, and to get they wang on, and to get they swing on, and to get they tang on, and to get they lang on, and to get they dang on, and to get they mang on, and rang on. They bopping and twopping and never stopping. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not going to do that. So you got these people out here, that's what they're doing. And I don't know what it's going to take for this, but this masculine is missing you and they're trying to find a way to creep back in but they need help, financial help. And they're still going to be lagging and tagging and sagging and having this nagging going on with this karmic. The karmic is still going to be in the picture. So if you want to deal with that, because it's just going to be another repeat, then you deal with that. But I wouldn't if it was me. This damn masculine or whatever need to learn his lessons. You can't just slang and bang and dang-a-lang around through here and bop and twop and don't stop with all these hoes. No. God said it's a no for him and it's a no for you. But until you pursue and do what God is telling you, then it's a no. Like, ain't nothing vibing out, and you're not getting out of that mud hole. You're not getting out of that bottomless whatever it is. You will be stuck in that with that karmic, going through it. And boy, oh boy, every year to come, it's going to get worse, and worse, because they not trying to change their activities and how they vibing and riding and sliding. You know what I'm saying? They up over here or whatever, as long as they can maintain and sustain a ride, because the karmic know that she got to have a ride to even, for the masculine or even, or, he's looking to somebody else. So if she don't have nothing else, she doing all type of jacked up stuff, and he's doing all type of jacked up stuff where he done lost his everything, messing with her and his sexual addictions. Like, people is taking stuff, you know what I'm saying? No, they're not, like, no. This masculine, if he bopping and twopping and no stopping and twatting and ass twatting with even a male. Because this masculine right here been all over the place. Male figures and female figures and big tiggers and small riggers and karmic jiggers and acting like niggers and nah, I'm just kidding, y'all. Whatever. But anywho, but yeah, this masculine trying to creep his way back in, but this karmic, like, they do this every time, and it's all because he's in lack. But these karmics was on some Barney and Clyde, but I'm Barney. I didn't call her Barney. Not the Barney, but Bonnie and Clyde type situation, but was doing it grommily. Like, this karmic knew that this man was sleeping with people for money, but it was at times where the masculine didn't want the karmic, but the karmic still would creep off and do bust her some tricks too to come up with money or whatever to try to help their situation. All because she didn't want you in the picture. She wanted you gone by all means necessity. And they're just on a low vibration, and he trying to get back to you and that booty, you and that monkey, and all of that. And now him and his karmic is acting pretty much like some junkies. Like, you know, it's about black skins and whatever this karmic addictions is, weed or whatever drugs they doing, and like, it just ain't right. Something just ain't right. And you better keep your little snatch tight and go on and keep that stuff ripe and stay up on your hype and tell this masculine he is not your type at this time, because, like, what he coming back with the effery? No, bro. You not supposed to come back and hit me with a high and a low and then go, you know, because you still gonna reap what you sow. On go. And I'm still gonna be on 10 toes. And your ass be acting like a foe. You and your hoe. Nah, I'm just saying. But anyways, y'all in a space, in a place, well, y'all not, y'all in a peaceful space and place, and y'all done healed yourself, even though some of the card readers, whatever, they was going through their situations and was willing and dealing and spilling and trilling and milling and tilling and filling and all of that with their cards and letting you know what the dealio is, and still going through it or whatever, but getting to it, and you know, but the masculine, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, leave that leave that Nikki on the flow. I'm telling you, like, no, it's time for him to learn. Don't let him come back in there and talk a fast one on you and get you out of your element again, where you having to dig yourself out from knee deep, from anxiety, where you ain't getting no sleep. You didn't have to dig yourself from out of knee deep, where you couldn't get no sleep, to take a forward leap, because you went there out to the edge and it was steep. You know what I'm saying? No. Hell, you better ride and drive and slide on that Nikki like like you in a Jeep or something. Better move around on that Nikki. Like, no. Well, you already done moved around on him, but like, it ain't no more time for that. It ain't no more time for that. Like, to be out here, like, letting this masculine, like, giving him, giving him a break. Like, no, it's time for this masculine to go through what, until he, like, just as God have had to break us from what we was allowing to happen to us, it's time for y'all to let God break this masculine all the way down to the ground. He don't need no. Like, whatever God is going to do to make sure that this masculine and karmic is split for good, y'all need to step back, stand down, and let it happen. Because that ain't what's happening. Y'all need to go on and let it happen. Don't sit up here and take no wood nickels and let this masculine come in and, you know what I'm saying, while he up over there with this stink ass karmic, and you not knowing what none of them got from one to the other. You know what I'm saying? These folks is sitting up here dry up out here having sex with people they don't even know, and all these hoes, you don't even know what they got. Oh, funky asses. No. Shit. Knock your pH balance off and all kinds of irregulars. They call them hoes some irregulars, because that's what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Like, it's time to go. And I'm talking about for you. You got to stay balanced. You got to be loving yourself. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, Like, no. You gonna accept this effery and accept this Nikki out here doing the most, and then thinking that he gonna have you as a backup plan, and not really wanting to come in and be legitimate with you, but want to be illegitimate. Oh no, you better let this bro go. I'm talking about for good. Like, until you see some change. I'm talking about some real change within this person, if they want you. Okay? So I'm gonna go on and get up out of here, because I did my fair share of this long ass video. And yeah, that's something y'all gonna need to know. All right, bye. Y'all have a blessed night. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.